Still commemorating the Girl Child Day as part of activities marking the International Day of the Girl Child, Crystal Care Touching Lives Foundation is calling on government at all levels to invest more on ICT for the girl child in order to bridge the digital gender divide. They made the appeal in Government Girls Secondary School Dutse Makaranta as over 1,400 students of the school received training on ICT and other social media applications.
2020 statistics from Global System for Mobile Communications shows that only about 38% of girls have access to the internet compared to the male counterparts, which stands at 54%. Another report from Equal Access International reports 60% of girls in northern Nigeria do not have access to electronic devices or the internet. These worrisome statistics, Cctlf says, requires deliberate steps to tackle.
We really need to close this gap urgently, because imagine the United Nations saying that 90% of jobs presently have a digital component. That means if we do not close the gap for girls now, there will be no future for them in the future of work. So that's why we are here to educate these girls and enlighten them about technology and all that it presents to them.
Learning in this very century now, without ICT compliance, it is obsolete, totally nothing. So the girl child needs it more than any other person, especially because there's entrepreneurship in it.
Some of the students who participate in the ICT training called on governments and stakeholders in the industry to invest more in digital technology to meet global best practice.
We need to have good leaders to take those positions that take education as the #1 priority in the nation.
I want the government to try and enable us people that need to study online.
This one-day workshop on ICT put together by Crystal Care Touching Lives Foundation with a theme, A Digitally Secured Future for Every Girl Child, seeks to promote the inclusion to adolescent girls in the field of technology, thereby securing their future in the digital labor market.
Don't waste your time on the internet doing nothing. You can actually make value and earn money on the internet by sharing skills. The skill you already know. If you know how to bake, you know how to do anything, you can make a video and share it on that site and make money.
And for those that are ICT inclined, we provide specialized trainings in courses for them in coding, digital marketing, as the case may be. And then beyond that, we also provide mentorship support for these girls in this specific field they've chosen to ease their transition to employment, so that when they're done learning these skills, they can easily, be placed in the field of ICT.
With such awareness, definitely one tells another, training begins one by one, we get there. But we're highly enthusiastic about the whole activity, and we know because of our readiness, it will surely be.
We know that a lot of girls are left behind, and if this gap is this visible in the urban areas, you can imagine how terrible it would be in the remote communities. So I want to use the opportunity to encourage the government, other institutions and local NGOs working in the field of ICT to not give up. We know the task is huge considering the time frame that we have, but then with individual support and corporate, activities, it will be easier to reach out to these girls, because at the end of the day, the girl child is a carrier of future unborn generations, and as long as we do not carry them along in the sustainable development that is going on in the world today, we cannot say the development is sustainable. That is the truth. So we encourage every government parastatal that is, relevant in ICT to come on board and support local non-profits that are, striving to provide digital skills to girls. And together, let's make the change.
The International Day of the Girl Child is celebrated every 11th of October with a focus on celebrating and enlightening the girl child. This year's theme, Digital Generation. Our generation seeks to promote girls' equal access to opportunities in the digital world.